guys, I just decided to share a little bit. I'm always sharing. I'm always doing. People say sharing is caring. I can't say I'm caring, but I am sharing, right? Because caring is relative to everything that you do, right? So you care what people say, you care what people think, you care. No. That's bullcrap. I ain't too caring. I just doing what I gotta do, when I gotta do, and how I gotta do. So, giving you a little insight as to what we got going on here. I'm building a temporary warehouse. So we're gonna put down a 3-story building here for clients. So we're building a temporary warehouse for now. So I'll give you a quick sneak peek of exactly what we're doing. Look at this. So this is 2 containers. This is an office. There's 2 containers. And there's a 50-feet span truss. These trusses, I don't know if I spell it right in the thing there, but forgive me if I haven't. But these are $50-feet span. Sorry about that. Right? From one end to the other end. And the guys are now setting up install. Last night I put them up with the crane. We got equipment to do any kind of job. So if you need to get something like this done, we got equipment to do any kind of job. Right? You name it. I do most of my works myself. I'll show you. Right? I think I show y'all a video where when we were making these. My chief welder is the guy up top there. He's piecing everything together. So let me show you what's going on. I've started my own workshop. So we building, these are hubs being built back for the American style trailer. There's a 35-ton trailer that we have, and we building back the hubs and building back the studs. This is what we're doing right now, using the tap and die set. This is a Bobcat we're rebuilding. 289 C2 skid steer, Caterpillar skid steer. But just give me a little sneak peek. I make sure I got all my tools, all spares, every tool possible. Spares for trucks, spares to change filters and all them things, because as maybe you guys knew or didn't know, we start running sand from as low as $35,000 for a load of sand, right? So this is again 50-feet spanning truss. So imagine we could cover a whole house lot from one end to the other end without even so we got equipment to do any kind of job that you interested in. We got equipment, we stack out up. We make our own brake liners for the trucks. You name it, we got it. Right? But today is about this 50-feet span truss. I want to share what we're doing with you. What I'm doing, I'm sharing. Where I'm caring about what people are saying in the comments, that's not me business, no concern of mine. So this we're going, it's 50 feet spanning. So what could happen, dump truck could raise up its dump underneath here. Long boom excavator could be repaired underneath here. And this is something new. I've never done this before, but this is something new I'm doing. So this is called a French drain. So this is the drain being dig. It looks like it's a foundation. It's not a foundation. I'll be putting fabric inside here. Then you put 3/4 stone, and then you put pipes inside, and then you cover it with 3/4 stone again and compact it. And what happens is any water anyway go drain through the rocks, holding back the sand and the other sediment and dirt and all these things, and the water seeps into the pipe and is drained out of the land. I opened this place. This land was swampy, right? So we got the guys them doing what's called a French drain. Is a new design. We're setting up a temporary office here, and this is a turn step. I did the video with this years ago. Gary built this for me. My friend who's living in Essequibo now, he built it for me, and we just bring in the back. But just to give you guys a sneak peek of some of the different things that I'm doing. I know some people want these kind of services, if you need, you could call me anytime. Don't worry with popular and unpopular opinion. Where is it? Going to change some hose?
Yeah, go outside for pipe break.
One of the trucks again? The pipe break? Alright, go fit it up. Safe. So we could do on the spot repairs for you too. There's one of the mechanics and he going right away. Something happened on the road. One of the sand trucks, he gonna repair it right away. There's a bulldozer, we just changed the D6 bulldozer. Whether you want it for rent or you got a job to give us, we just put on brand new chains on the D6 bulldozer. Happen right here. We could change the chain for you. We could do any kind of welding work you gotta do. This place is a mess, but it's good that you see it in this condition. Then you will see it when we complete. This here is some living quarters being assembled for the workers, right? Who are gonna be working on this site, putting up this building. The building is gonna be going on inside here, the foundation and everything else, and it's a steel building, right? So this is living quarters. Everything, by the way, yours truly built, design, everything built, right? So what we do is we take one 40-foot container, cut it into 4, and then you got 4 small 8 by 10 with 2 bunks inside. Then by you got a T. I'm sorry about that. I moved away from the signal just now. By the way, this is the RT 740 crane. Should any vehicle get she? You get she? No, get she. I'm doing a live and I done it. Right? And we've been doing, I just recently bought about 80 something containers. I got a yard full with containers. So I just bought a number of containers just to create living quarters, working here. If somebody wants something like this, this here could house 8 workers, right? And everybody got the solid safe. You could put on fancy lock and so you want. We got a padlock here with 2 keys for the 2 different workers gonna be inside. Yes, and you come in, you got a nice little window. Most of these material I got from Gaffurs. You got it hot like grass in here right now, so I can tell you, hot like hell, right? Well sealed. You got a window going on to a hollow section frame, solid, right? Welded in, solid as a rack, and you got 2 bunks separated by plywood wall. You got 4 of these coming out of 1 container. You know, everybody got something to say about every other circumstance, right? I got some little for the workers. I install the septic tanks that Gaffurs got. We installed there and we setting up 4 toilets. Well, most of me workers is men. Me and no women put the thing, right? So it's 4 toilets set up and 3 bathrooms. Regular straightforward thing. This is not your fancy thing for your house, but I'll show you what you're doing for me work site. What we just set up, because this, when we finish, you got disassemble all this and get rid of it. You got 3 bathrooms, because a man could bathe outside all when the concrete in the buck too, right? And this work site gonna got and 2 urinals. 2 urinals here. This work site gonna got washer and dryer installed. We got 2 stories. So this could house 16 workers. This giving entrepreneurs some ideas. Everybody got an idea with what they want to do and the difference between wrong and right and all them things. No, I glad for you, right? Wherever is your opinion, you could put it in the comments. As I say, I'm sharing. I really and truly don't care. You understand? I ain't too much care. I ain't gonna be politically correct. I ain't playing the woke game. I ain't there though. Right? So what them guys doing basically here is creating the environment for my French drain, at which time I'll put in my material, put in my pipe inside of this, and this land is gonna be drained, because when you start driving pile down here, this land gotta be drained. We can talk the next day about safety with crane. I see a Chinese crane topple over at Church Street, but we put our crane on 1-inch 4x8 steel plates. This is what standing in point, because if you put a crane on a slushy place like this, it would topple over, turn clean over, right? Yeah. So basically there's it. Any service, we got auto electricians. If you got a problem with your truck, we just change a gearbox on a truck and send it out. And as you see the mechanic going and dealing with the people, somebody hose bus. So we mechanic heading out. If you got a problem on the road, you could call me at 740-6107, or you need any one of our services, you could call me. Now, the big game today is these truss 50 feet span, right? And this way, if you want to set up a workshop, what can cost? One of these containers is around $1 million. A little more, or it might be a little less. So you could get 4 containers, 1, 2, 3, 4 in your yard. You put it in your yard, and this can happen in a matter of days. You have a security, you got front fence, a back fence. If your yard is 80 feet long, put fence, right? If your yard is 80 feet long, you got coverage. On this one I said coverage, the containers you're storing things inside, just like what we're doing, right? So you gotta decide what you want, and if you want any advice or ideas, you Critic, you took my idea. Well, yeah, buddy. I can't say anything that I'm doing is original. I just looking at French drains up on Google. I don't even know who's the man idea. Why tech, right? But nonetheless, it had to be somebody idea. Let me go up here and show you what's going on upstairs. What's the plan, right? Let's step in, get the treaders yet. It just got a frame for the treaders, right? And this is reused. And I don't keep no secret from here. This is a reused grill. But when we're done with this and paint this back, you didn't even know that this was a reused grill, right? So this container is gonna be transferred to a temporary office, right? You just come in, there's an office. We put in a toilet and bathroom in the middle here and an office at the back. When it's done, yeah, just remember, keep the video and keep note. This is what it looks like, an empty container. Right? You see how we windows do? Neatly cut in hollow section as the window frame, and then you put in your window. Right? Neatly cut. All these things are reused. These are things that come out of work site that we're reusing. But that's for me. When people doing their thing, they mightn't have things to reuse. They can buy. Right? So I just show you, this is an empty container. When I bring you and show you what we transfer to an office, I am not putting any installation in here. We can just paint it clean. Why? The top of this container is gonna have a roof that is 2 feet high over the container. So the heat is gonna be on the zinc, the truss that we show you I'll be putting up, right? The heat is going to be up top there, right? Not here. So sun wouldn't be hitting the container, so me doing no installation because they're gonna cost a lot more money also. Me ain't got time for that. Right? So just showing you what we doing and how we doing it. And I into the business of construction, of which while I'm doing I gotta be safe. But I'm not a safety officer. So the people that will come with that kind of idea, who never do nothing. There's a Canter engine rebuilding back. Right now, by the way, this is a Canter engine rebuilding back. One of our work canters, not for client. Yeah, remember the hammer car? The Ram still exists, still works, doing well for itself. We got high-hab trucks, we got cranes, we got land boom excavator. Whatever you need, you just say. Whatever is the job that you need to get done, you just say, and let's get the job done. So today's job is we put in 50 feet span truss across. Last time I put it up with the crane, them banners now welding and put it in place and putting on the ribs where the zinc is going to be going on to, right? You just say where you want to get done. You could get me on 740-6107 if you want modify like we did at the back there, containers into housing. If you want to modify a container into office, you could call us and get it done. If you got land for bulldoze, you got welding job to do, you got massive construction projects to do, like this one, we putting up a 4-story apartment building. You just name it, we can do it. to PUI group.